Hey, what is going on, guys? It's DK. Back at you with another video here, tracking this 4-game NBA main site here on Tuesday. A couple things before I get into the video. If you're new to the channel, my name's DK. I make daily videos here talking about NBA DFS as well as NFL DFS on Draftkings. Also, I'm running a weekly giveaway where all you have to do is leave a like and a comment in the video. That's one entry into the giveaway. Max one comment though per video. So it starts with my Monday Night Showdown video that I uploaded yesterday. We'll go throughout the week. We'll end with my Monday Night Showdown video at the end of the week. So however many videos I've uploaded for the week, you're in the giveaway that many times. Instead of I have 10 videos uploaded for the week, you're in the giveaway 10 times. And the winner will receive a $20 PayPal for myself. Also, I just want to thank you guys for all the support, seriously, on my YouTube channel, Twitter, live streams. I really do appreciate each and every one of you. But with that out of the way, let's jump into the video. So, got back into my cash game ways here tonight, finally. All season, I've just been sticking to GPPs because I haven't had a whole lot of time, but got back to the safety cash game lineup, and looks like it's going to be a pretty good night here. So this is my final lineup here with Kyle Lowry, Norman Powell, Gordon Hayward, Paul George, Okafor, Rubio, Ingram, and Towns. So, the Toronto guys with Lowry and Norman Powell, they were stood out as really, really good plays, right? Lowry is chalky for a reason. He's been a little bit disappointing so far, but there's still 8 minutes left in the game. He was only at 6,800. I mean, he stood out as a really good play. Same with Norman Powell once Fred VanVleet got rolled out. Gordon Hayward, he was the obvious chalk, right? He was 88% owned in this tournament. Paul George, I was a little bit surprised of how low owned he was, only 52%. I really thought he was one of the best, if not the best play of the day there. Revenge game, no Kawhi Leonard, 62 fantasy points. Huge day for him. One guy I didn't play was Sabonis, who I liked. You guys know Sabonis is my boy. He went off, too. He had like over 50 fantasy points. But Okafor, I'm a little tilting here because he was a good play. He got 4 fouls, I think, in 10 minutes. And I just got to hope he can scavenge me like 15 to 20 because if he can get me like 20 or so, it could be a really, really good night here. So Okafor, please just keep your hands to yourself and please get like 15 to 20. If he would have stayed out of foul trouble, he would have definitely done good. Again, can't predict foul trouble. Rubio, I thought he was a pretty safe play, revenge game narrative. He's got 17 with 3 minutes left in the first half. Brandon Ingram, you guys knew I liked him a lot at that price. He's way too cheap. And then Karl-Anthony Towns here, the thumbnail of my video for a reason. 32 with 3 minutes left. He was only 52% owned. So it's going to be a really good night here. If Okafor can get me like 15 to 20, it could be like a huge night, like GPP winning potential, but we'll see. Let's see if we can keep it going here for this 4-game slate for Tuesday. So, let's get to the right slate here. There we go. All right. So 4 games. We got 3 of them out right now for the over-under. So Washington, Charlotte sitting at 232 with the Wizards favored by 1. So this game is definitely standing out right now as a game that is probably my preferred one to stack. Nuggets, 76ers, 206. Philly only favored by 4. This one should be a good game to watch, not necessarily for DFS, right? 2 pretty good defenses, play at a slow pace. And then Knicks, Trailblazers, 218.5. The Trailblazers are favored by 9. If the Knicks can keep this one close, I think that one could be interesting as well. And then the game for Atlanta, or the over-run for Atlanta, Miami, not out yet. But let's jump into it. So at the top is center. Embiid and Jokic are a little underpriced, but I just don't think I'm going to do it on this slate. It really scares me that both these guys are going up against each other. There's definitely some foul trouble risk. We've seen it with Jokic. We've seen it with Embiid. And it's just really not a good spot for either of them. So I get it if you want to go with one of these guys. They are slightly underpriced, but on this slate, I just like spots elsewhere. So Embiid and Jokic, I will be fading for this 4-game slate. Bam Adebayo is someone I do like here at 8.2K. He's been playing huge minutes, 37, 38, 37, 41 minutes. This is a pretty good spot against Atlanta. Now, you are kind of paying a premium, right? 8.2K is kind of a lot. But if he plays and is not going to be limited, the groin injury does worry me a little bit. If he's not going to be limited, I think he's still a pretty solid play there at that price. Same thing with Whiteside here, 8K. He's just playing big minutes, 34, 32, 32 minutes. I think we get over 30 again here in a close game. This is a pretty good spot against New York. And he's basically a lock to get you a double-double. He's been playing great. He's been racking up the blocks. The only concern with him really is, New York's pretty bad. There's a chance this game could blow out if it stays close. I still think Whiteside is very much in play there at 8K. Let's see. Really, the Philly guys, besides Ben Simmons we'll talk about, I'm not really too high on these guys. Horford, Tobias, and Embiid. It's a really tough spot. No one really stands out. They're all priced accordingly. It's honestly a fade. Now, Washington-Charlotte, this is a game where I want some exposure to. Rui at 6.5K. He's been playing huge minutes with no Thomas Bryant, 38, 43, 39, 37. He's not the a super high usage guy, but what you know you're going to get is big minutes in a good spot. So, yeah, I don't think he's like the best play, but I think he stands out as a pretty safe play at this price because we know the minutes are going to be there. The matchup's good. So, yeah, I think he's a pretty safe option. Julius Randle, I actually like quite a bit at this price. Now, the game against Milwaukee, blown out. The game against Denver, blown out. So the Knicks have been getting blown out. But in close games, he's going to get about 35 minutes, right? The game against the Pacers got 35 minutes, 38 fantasy points. This is an up-tempo game against Portland, so I do have some interest, a good amount of interest here in Julius Randle. Again, the concern is, can the Knicks keep this game close, right? If they can, I like Randle a lot here at this price. Mo Wagner is an interesting GPP play. The minutes have been a bit up and down, 26, 31, 18, right? It's a really good spot, but I just don't know what the minutes are going to be like. They've been comfortable giving the minutes to Rui. They've been comfortable giving the minutes to Bertans. So Mo at 6K is a bit risky just because the minutes aren't necessarily secure. Now, PJ Washington is normally someone I don't really consider, but the minutes have been pretty solid for him the last 3 games. 33, 35, and 33 minutes. He's not a super high usage guy, but another one that he doesn't stand out as a great play, but I think he's a pretty safe option if he's going to get like mid-30s minutes in a good spot. So, again, not the best play, but I think he stands out as a safe play. Mitchell Robinson at 5.7. It's just, you could go there for GPPs. The thing with him is he's always in foul trouble, so that is the concern. And the price is up now to 5.7, where I think I would just prefer to pay a little bit more for a guy like Julius Randle. Again, this Denver-Philadelphia game, it's pretty much a fade for me. No one stands out. 2 really good defenses, a low over-under. I'll be fading this game for sure. Alex Len is currently listed as questionable because he's probable. He's been playing decent minutes, 17 and 19 minutes. He has at 37 and 33 fantasy points. Don't think we can expect that to continue, and the price is up. I'll probably fade Damian Jones too. It's just Atlanta centers, no one really sticks out. He's okay. He's been playing decent, but again, the price is up on him. It's a tough spot. I don't know if I want to go there. Now, Cody Zeller is interesting, I guess, at 4.6. He's not playing huge minutes, but we got Marvin Williams is most likely going to miss this game. So that could mean some more minutes for a guy like Cody Zeller, who, if he gets like 25 or so minutes, I think he could really get you there. So yeah, the downside of him is just he's not playing huge minutes, but he could get an uptick if Marvin Williams can't go, which I think he already got ruled out. Let's see. Or he's doubtful, is not expected to play. Yeah. So some of those minutes could go to a guy like Cody Zeller. So I think he's an interesting GPP play. Let's see. Kelly O, the minutes are all over the place for him at 4.1. It's a riskier GPP play, right? Plumlee and Jeremy Grant, probably not for me on this slate. Ian Mahimi at 3.9, not going to play huge minutes, but if he gets like 15 to 20, I think he's a viable, cheap option. Now, Bobby Portis, I actually kind of like the price on him. I know he really hasn't been good recently, 21, 19, 27, 18 minutes. But at 3.5K, doesn't have to do a whole lot to get you there. So I think he's a guy that can get me 20 to 25 at this price. So I think I kind of like Bobby Portis there at 3.5. And then that's about it. So let's move on to power forward. Let's see. Again, Tobias, Al Horford, no one really sticks off there on the Philly side. Bertans, I like this price on him a decent amount. They're playing big minutes right now. 40, 37, 33, only 28 in the last game, but still he's a high usage guy right now. He's playing decent minutes, and this is a good spot. So I do have some interest in Bertans as well. Again, I do want a lot of exposure to this game. Jabari at 6.2 is okay. It's a tough spot though, so I'll probably prefer other guys at similar price points. Now, Carmelo, revenge game, and the price is down. I actually think he's playable here. He's a guy that's playing big minutes, 36, 35, and 35 the last 3 games. This is a decent spot here against the Knicks and a revenge game, too. I think he's going to want to come out and put on a show. So, Carmelo, I actually think is very viable here at this price. Even a guy like Marcus Morris at 5.3K. These Knicks guys, the prices have dropped a lot because they continue to get blown out. But in close games, right? 33 minutes in that close game. So, Marcus Morris, Julius Randle, I think these guys are very much viable at cheap prices here. Miles Bridges at 5.1. it's a good spot. The thing with him is just the minutes are all over the place, right? 25, 19, 22, 38. So I think it's only for GPPs compared to a guy like PJ Washington who has played like 33 consistently the last 3 games. Let's see, the Atlanta Wings, I just don't think we have to do it. Everyone's healthy. They spread out the minutes a lot. So really the Atlanta Wings, it's kind of a fade for me on this slate, and it's a tough matchup against Miami. Other options, I think that's about it. So let's move on to small forward. Jimmy Butler at the top at 9.1 has just been playing great basketball. Even in a game where he shot 3 of 14, still put up 43 fantasy points. This is a good spot. I know the price is up, but I still think he is playable. No Justice Winslow, no Goran Dragic. He's been playing huge minutes, so I think he is a viable spend up. Now Ben Simmons, I think he would probably be my favorite play in this game. Now, I don't even think I'm going to play him, but I think if I was going to play a guy in this game, it would be Ben Simmons. He's been playing great basketball. We know in a close game he's going to get 35 to 40 minutes. He's a guy that fills up the stat sheet too. So I do have interest in Ben Simmons at that price. Now, am I going to go there personally? I don't think so, but he would be the one guy that I would consider in that game. Again, still no Justice Winslow. I'll talk about some cheap Miami guys here in a sec. Josh Richardson is questionable if he plays. Wouldn't do a whole lot for me. Again, I just don't have a whole lot of interest in that game. Bazemore, I think, is viable. He had a bad shooting night, but got 36 minutes with no Rodney Hood. So it looks like he's going to be the biggest beneficiary with no Rodney Hood now. And at 5K, I think he stands out as a decent option here. If he's going to continue to play like those type of minutes, I think he's a pretty safe option at that price. Troy Brown had a big game, right? The minutes have been a bit up and down on him, 21, 18, 24, 35. But if he is playing well, they will extend him, right? So I think he's only for GPPs so that price is up. The Atlanta Wings, it's just a fade. Like everyone's healthy. No one really sticks off the page. Marvin Williams now is not expected to play, right? So those minutes have to go somewhere. Cody Zeller got a little uptick. I'll talk about, where is he? Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. The ghost of Michael Kidd-Gilchrist got brought back. 23 minutes, had 15 fantasy points. Now, he's not a super high usage guy, but if he's going to play 20 to 25 minutes at almost mid-price, I think he's viable. But I don't know what to really expect from the Charlotte rotation. A guy like Nick Batum played 33 minutes a game against Brooklyn and then got a DNP last game. So these fringe guys are a little bit risky, right? There's a chance that they get a DNP. Like there's a chance Michael Kidd-Gilchrist could not play, right? But it's worth a shot, I think, at that price. I think that's basically it though for small forwards. So let's move on to shooting guard. Beal. Again, I just want a lot of exposure to this game. He's had a couple bad games. 7 of 17, 5 of 18. The thing with him is we just know the minutes are going to be there. We know he's still going to shoot the ball a ton. And if he's knocking down his shots, we know the upside's there. This is a really up-tempo game. So obviously, I do have some interest there at Brad Beal at 9.3K. Rozier, so him and Devonte Graham's prices are up, but you can't get a better spot here than against Washington. And in close games, the thing is about these guys is we know they're going to get like 35 minutes. Both Rozier and Devonte Graham. So I know they're priced up, but I'm still considering them because of the good spot. CJ McCollum, it's a decent spot here against the Knicks. The concern is there is a little bit of blowout risk, but again, we know with him is he's going to play big minutes. Tyler Hero, so him and Kendrick Nunn are very viable here. He played 41 minutes in the game against the Bulls. With no Winslow, with no Dragic, there's just a lot of minutes to go around. So even at an elevated price point, I still think Tyler Hero is in play here. RJ Barrett's viable as well. Again, these Knicks prices, they went down a lot. RJ, Marcus Morris, and Julius Randle. We know in a close game, those guys will get mid-30s minutes. And that's what we saw here against the Pacers, right? Everyone got like mid-30s minutes. So RJ Barrett, Marcus Morris, and Julius Randle, I do have some interest in here. If this game stays close, I think a couple of those guys could have a pretty big game. Kendrick Nunn, I still have interest in him at 5.4K. Again, he's playing huge minutes with no Winslow, with no Dragic. So him and Tyler Hero are very viable. Duncan Robinson, I don't know if I think I would just prefer Nunn and Hero for a bit more. So again, the Denver Philly guys, it's honestly kind of a fade for me. I just don't think I want to do it. Malik Monk, Not seeing a whole lot of minutes, but I guess you can consider him. Anthony Simon's got a little bit of boost with no Rodney Hood, got 23 minutes. I think he's a viable option at 3.6K. Kind of the same thing with Dwayne Bacon, right? They're not playing huge minutes, but I guess you could consider him. I think I prefer Anthony Simons at the same price, though. Ntilikina, these Knicks point guards, it's kind of a stay away right now with everyone healthy, with Alfred Payton healthy, with Dennis Smith Jr. healthy. It's like a three-man point guard rotation. Even at cheap prices, I just don't think I want to do it. And that's about it for shooting guards. So let's move on to point guard. So Trae Young at 10.4. I think he's an interesting low-owned GPP option. I don't think he's the best play here at this price in a tough spot, but he's going to be pretty low-owned. And Trae Young can get you 60 to 65 on a really good day, so he's only a low-owned GPP contrarian option for me. Damian Lillard, I do have some interest there at 8.8K. We know he's going to play big minutes in a close game, probably 35 to 40. I think he's slightly underpriced, and if the Knicks can keep it close, maybe he can get like 50 or so. So I do have some interest in Lillard. Again, Devonte Graham, him and Rozier's price tags are up, but the thing is we know they're going to play big minutes. This is a really, really good spot, so I still have some interest in Devonte Graham. I still have some interest in Terry Rozier. Other options, let's see, Ish Smith I think is very viable here. We still know Isaiah Thomas. He's probably going to get over 30 minutes. Not a super high usage guy, but at 5.2K, I think he stands out as a pretty safe option right now. Alfred Payton, so he did have a big game in limited time. Whoops. In 17 minutes, put up 31 fantasy points, but I just can't trust it right now. Unless he starts, then I guess I would consider Alfred Payton. But the thing is, they just have two other point guards they can use with Dennis Smith Jr. and with Ntilikina. So you can't feel great targeting one of those point guards. I think that is basically it. So yeah, again, brief overview of the slate, guys. This is a short 4-game slate. The Denver-Philly game, it should be a fun one to watch, but for DFS purposes, it's basically a cross-off for me, besides maybe like a Ben Simmons, who I do kind of still consider at that price. This Washington-Charlotte game, I want a lot of exposure to this game. Two bad teams, two bad defenses. They play at a really fast pace, so yeah, you're going to want some exposure to this game. I also have some interest in the Knicks-Portland game. There is a little bit of blowout risk, but a few of those guys in the Knicks side, priced in the mid-range, right? Marcus Morris, Julius Randle, RJ Barrett stand out as a decent plays. On the Portland side, Lillard, McCollum, Melo, even Whiteside, Bazemore. So there is a good amount to like in that game as well. The Atlanta-Miami game, not a whole lot to like on Atlanta side, right? Trae Young's price is up. The wings, they spread out the minutes so much. On the Miami side, there's a few things to like here, right? Jimmy at the top, Bam if he plays. And then the cheap options, or the cheap or mid-tier options, I should say, with Tyler Hero and with Kendrick Nunn. But I think that's going to do it for today's video, guys. So if you have been enjoying the content, would really appreciate it if you could hit the like button and subscribe. Also, or again, if you want to get entered into the giveaway, all you have to do is leave a like and a comment in the video. I will be live streaming for this short 4-game slate, probably 30 to 45 minutes before lock on my YouTube channel, so be sure to check out the live stream tomorrow. Also, it's important to follow me on Twitter. I will give my thoughts as we get news throughout the day. So again, very important to follow me on Twitter as well as check out the live stream, probably 30 to 45 minutes before lock on my YouTube channel. I'll be going over all the news. But that's about it. So thanks again for coming to check out the video, guys. I really do appreciate it, and I will see you later.